If you are a coach, consultant, agency owner, healer, expert, you're probably sick and tired of hearing advice about how to grow your coaching consulting business. We are not going to do that in this video. We're going to talk about the wrong way to do it. What to avoid in this industry if you're serious about building an impactful, powerful, successful business that brings joy not just to your clients, but to yourself as well. I'm going to share my experiences and I'm going to share a powerful story that actually happened yesterday. That's going to be very, very relevant for you in the sense that you will know what pitfalls to avoid at all costs and what are the most common mistakes that we make as coaches, as experts. And I say we because I've made them as well. So the first thing to know, the first way in terms of how not to do it, has a lot to do with strategies, tactics, and so on and so forth. You know, the how to create many leads, how to sell, how to coach other people. Everything that has to do with strategy and tactics is actually only 50% of what it actually takes. And most business programs, most how to grow your coaching business programs are actually missing a huge part of what it takes. And just to give you a better idea, here was my experience with joining a business coaching program on how to grow your coaching business. This was the first ever program I joined back when I started my career as a coach. The program was heavily focused on strategies, on tactics, you know, sending out hundreds of cold DMs every single day. You're probably doing that right now already, which is fine. I mean, it's a great tactic, but you have to ask yourself, why, if it's such a great tactic, why is it that only 5% or less, please excuse me, I forgot to turn this on, do not disturb. Why is it that only 5% or less of the, what were we, 150 people, if I remember correctly? Yeah, why was it that only 5% were getting results? If the strategies and tactics were working. And every time we would come up and say, hey, it's not working for me. You know, what do I do? I'm so stressed. I'm so scared. The answer that we would get was, it works. The system works. Just follow the program, follow the program, follow the program. And I got angry one day. I said, you know, to the leader of the program in the comments, kind of called him out. And I said, look, I'm following the damn program, but I need help. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm asking for help. Right? So that's when I knew that it wasn't for me. And I thought, you know, that was an isolated case. I thought, okay, that was just a business program. So the problem there was that they said that they were offering mindset coaching. And there was a mindset call, but here's the mindset coaching that we were getting. Oh, you're afraid to send out leads. You're afraid that people will call you a fraud for saying that you're going to coach them, even if you're just starting out, right? We had 19-year-old coaches who were like relationship coaches. Granted, they were probably good. You know, maybe they had years of experience with creating friendships and relationships and stuff like that, but they were afraid. They had huge imposter syndrome. Here's the coaching that we got. Just do it. You can do it. Right? Well, spoiler, that's not much of mindset coaching. What it actually takes is for you to heal a lot of your past, to redefine the events that you're going through, right? In my case, I had to see myself differently because I was putting myself below my potential clients thinking, oh my God, these guys are making so much more money than I'm making. I'm making 1K or less or 2K in the good months. And I'm telling them they're going to be a lot more successful. Who am I to say that? But then I started seeing my history differently. I said, you know what? Wait a second. I spent 6 years teaching martial arts. I spent a lifetime learning about how people work. I might not be a master at business, but I'm a master in people. I'm a master in courage. I'm a master in what it takes to rebuild your confidence after you've lost it, because I've lost mine so many times. I changed environment so many times. I left to study. I left for college in Greece. I left Romania, my country. And from, being very confident, I suddenly had no confidence. So I started looking at my history and I said, you know what? That doesn't make sense, right? It's not that I'm this coach trying to coach this entrepreneur who is more successful than me. No, we're two masters combining forces. I think I mentioned that in a previous video, but it's worth mentioning every single time actually, because this is a huge, huge problem for most of us, for most coaches, most experts, right? So this is the 50% that's missing in most business coaching programs. Now, on the flip side, the second point, right? Let's say you're into spirituality, into healing. Let's say you're not really, or maybe you even got like the business coaching. You got some business experience, right? And you're like, you know what? I really, really resonate with this manifestation, with the healing, with meditation. You know what? Let me just take a mindset and manifestation course. I did that as well, by the way, right? So what happens in this situation, yes, you get exceptional tools for, having a better relationship with yourself, having a better relationship with life. Maybe things just manifest all of a sudden that you didn't expect. And you're like, oh my God, this is so great. This is so beautiful. But then when it comes to applying those aspects to your business, when it comes to, okay, great, but I'm still kind of, I'm still kind of stuck when it comes to sales. I'm still kind of stuck when it comes to leads. I'm still kind of stuck when it comes to building my team, or I'm afraid to fire people because I have a team already, right? What do I do? Right? You're not getting the complete picture. You're not getting the full package. Not because they're missing something, not because they're ill-intentioned, but because the courses are highly specialized in this specific thing. Now, in some cases, yes, you will take the business course, you will take the mindset manifestation courses, and then you will kind of try to figure things out together. Like you kind of try to piece the two together, like I did. It took me fucking years, right? To see, okay, this makes sense from here, this makes sense from here. But then all of a sudden you have this abundance of information, both for business and for spirituality and stuff, and you don't know which one fits where. And it's just like trial and error, trial and error. You can't do that, right? I mean, you can. I apologize, you can, but it takes a long time. Yeah, maybe you have a long time. That's fine, right? But if you don't, here's what's working really, 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 really well for my clients right now. And I'm going to share a story with you, and you're going to see exactly what I mean. So I was talking yesterday with this individual, high performer. He booked a call through the YouTube videos here. And we were talking about his challenge. His main challenge was that he was 50 something, 52, 53. I don't remember precisely, but and he looked like he was 30, by the way, right? Amazing. And his challenge was that he had this abundance of experiences from his corporate career, right? He sold the most he sold, like the biggest deal he closed was for $8 million, right? And he was dealing with high level people, but he went through burnout. He wasn't listening to his body. Sorry about that. Memory card was full. What can you do? Practicing perfect imperfection. So let's get back to our story. He realized that he needed a change, a big change in his life. So he decided to become a coach. And of course, he bought the business coaching programs, how to grow your coaching business, etc., etc. But he had a challenge. He wasn't really attracting the right kind of people. I mean, people were buying, he was getting clients, but not the kind of clients that would excite him, that would inspire him. And the reason why was because he wasn't sharing his history. He wasn't sharing who he had been, personal stories, that personal challenges that he had to overcome. And I said, "Look, you're 50, you look 30. When people see you, they think, okay, here's another guy who just decided to become a coach. But because you're not talking about all of the things, all of that tremendous experience that you've built over the years, becoming, going up the corporate ladder, you're not really attracting high level people." This, again, was someone who was used to dealing with negotiating and selling to high level people. And he's like, "Yeah, I could actually share a story about how I fired a sales team." And I said, "Right. So if you share that story, who's going to resonate? The stay at home mom who suddenly decided to become a relationship coach, or the 6, 7 figure coaches, consultants who are struggling with their sales team?" My wolf is sleeping here. Yeah, I got a wolf. Do you want to see him? I hope I'm not going to disturb him too much. Thor? Have an age with him. Meet Thor. Yeah, he's usually a handful, but right now he's being very, very relaxed and chill. He's a wolf dog. Beautiful. I'll let you get back to your nap, and please forgive me for disturbing you. Beautiful. And yeah, like I was saying, and the reason why I'm sharing this story was because his eyes lit up and he's like, "Oh my God, you're so right. This was right in front of me. How could I not see it?" And I said, that's why they're called blind spots, because you can't see them. Everybody has blind spots. And that's why every single coach needs a coach. I have a marketing coach. I have a mindset coach as well, right? And I actually created a powerful training, and I finished that training and I sent it to my coach, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's done. It's so great. It's so amazing." And then my coach looked at it and said, "Yeah, this is really good. This is really good. But have you thought about this, this, and this?" And I'm like, "Oh man, he's so right. I haven't thought about it. We have blind spots." So to reiterate, the wrong way of growing your coaching business is buying a business coaching program and thinking that it's enough. Most of them are not. Most of them say they have great mindset coaching. They don't. Otherwise, their numbers in terms of client success would be much higher, but people don't really talk about that. The second way to not grow your coaching business is to buy a money manifestation course and think that, "Oh my God, I'm going to manifest so much money," but you're not taking confident, powerful, impactful action. You're not being your most powerful self during the day when you're taking those actions, and you don't know which actions are the right actions for you. Even if you have a proven strategy, there is a way that you can personalize it that fits well for you, but you can't see it. You can't see that because of the blind spots that we mentioned. Yes, it's very, very difficult to see the situation, to see the bigger picture, because you're in the picture. You need someone who not just sees the bigger picture, but who sees you, the real you. And the real you is not small. The real you is exceptionally powerful. You need someone who can clearly see that and help you draw that out in such a way that it doesn't scare you, because most people are scared of their power. They're afraid that if they allow that power to shine, it will intimidate other people and they will lose them. But there's a way to pull that out elegantly in such a way that it doesn't scare you and doesn't scare other people. If you'd like to do that, I'd be happy to help. There's a link below. Book a time together, and we will uncover your blind spots. Just like I mentioned before, we will uncover your powerful self. We're going to use the shaman to heal your past, and we're going to use the warrior to ignite power in your day-to-day life. And your life and business will never be the same again. Very excited to do that with you. In the meantime, I mentioned the training. Check it out right here. This is an unlisted video. You will not find it publicly on, except that if you check out my channel, it's going to show up on my channel. But other than that, this is the only way that you can check this out. I hope you enjoy it. Thor, let's go.